What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Retail Nightmares. Tonight on Retail Nightmares we take a look at Karens who died on the inside. These are moments where the Karens thought that they could get what they want and are in for a big reality check when they get put in their place. Now we have a lot of entitled Karens to get through, so we're gonna jump right into it. Okay, so our first Karen today is an anti-masker, and she doesn't believe that the virus is real, as she believes the virus is a government conspiracy. She was mocking people on her social media and thought that she should start a protest where she groups up a lot of other people who believe the virus isn't real, and they all protest against wearing masks. At the moment, masks in some areas are mandatory, and she wanted to protest against that. But this Karen was in for a big reality check when she was fined $20,000 when these officers came into her house and detained her for organizing a protest. This Karen lives in a state with a lot of cases at the moment, so it's in the state's best interest to not start a protest, especially as the city is in lockdown and you're not allowed to be outside except for essential reasons. Let's have a look at this Karen down the inside when she gets a $20,000 fine.
I have no idea why you guys are doing this. Yeah, you can show me your search warrant before you go through my house.
You're the occupier or tenant?
Yeah, I own this house.
There it is. That's a search warrant.
Search warrant for what?
Now, what I will explain to you is if you want to listen, you got your phone going.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Right. Now, you're under arrest in relation to incitement.
Incitement?
What's that? Now, you're not obliged to say or do anything, but anything you say or do may be given in evidence.
Excuse me, incitement for what? What on earth? Excuse me, what on earth?
So just put your phone down.
Can you, like,
relation
record
to-
this? I'm in my pyjamas.
What's
I have
this?
an ultrasound in an hour because
Yeah,
I'm
she's
pregnant.
pregnant, so
I'll take it easy.
What's
In
this
relation
about?
to
But I have an
face-
ultrasound in front
How
of
can
my
you arrest
children,
her?
in
That's-
front of my two children.
can't you just say to her, take the post down? Like, come
I'm
on.
happy to
Not obliged.
delete the post. This
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I have to give
This is
you
ridiculous.
Yeah, this is a bit unfair. Come on, mate.
No,
What about she just doesn't do the event? Like, it's not like she's done it.
Well,
She
you've
made a
already
post.
committed the offence, so I'm not going to.
So that's an offence.
Now, the search warrant. Your title's up. And
This is
Well,
ridiculous.
you're not taking my phone.
well,
taking any device, mate.
any
That's
device.
my phone. It's nothing to do with her. It's my phone.
Okay, so this couple had checked into this motel, and basically the motel was very unsanitary. There were food, cockroaches, mold, and everything else everywhere. The couple were obviously upset by this and went to the front desk to get some help and maybe get another room, but this Karen wasn't looking to help them that day. This Karen tried to argue with them that the problems they experienced do not exist until this couple shows proof. This Karen really didn't want to help them out though, and refused to backpedal and apologize, even though there was proof that this room was absolutely disgusting. Unfortunately for this Karen, she is completely in the wrong, and this room was absolutely filthy and had cockroaches everywhere. This Karen was in for a big reality check when she realized she was being recorded halfway through, and from what I can tell, she probably doesn't have a job with them any longer. Let's have a look.
Insects and stuff, insects and stuff, all in those rooms.
No, they're not.
We just complained to you. It's boogers all on the wall. Blood all on the wall. We just complained to you about this. Did we not just complain to you about this? Did we not just complain to you about
I'm
this?
not even going to discuss with you anything.
What do you
right
mean you're
now.
not gonna? We are clients. What do you mean? And we're making a
We just
complaint.
booked a room and we're telling you that there's
We're,
bugs on the wall.
we've been
There's
complaining
ants
since
in the
we got
room.
here.
There's
No,
blood
it's-
in the room, and
Wait
you're
a
not
minute.
doing anything
Look,
about it.
Chill, babe, chill. We've documented this already. So, are you going to do anything about this, or do we have to go over your head? Because it
Who
won't be
is your
hard.
manager?
These people are
Okay,
right
well, who is your
we
manager?
just need to get this situation taken care of right now because
No, I'm not taking care of
You don't
right
exactly,
now.
and we understand that. That's why we need to know who your manager is, because you're not taking care of it.
No,
You're
you
not
cleaned all the
taking
boogers
care
off the
of
wall,
it.
right?
Okay, yeah,
Who is your manager?
I did that.
And what about the ants? What about the insects?
Because you're
No,
clearly
yes.
not a manager.
What's your name? What's your name?
Can you read?
Excuse?
Okay, so our next Karen is inside of an airport, and basically at the moment you have to wear a mask. This Karen refused to wear a mask and was in for a big reality shock when it turns out you can't board the plane unless you put one on. They offered a mask to her and tried to provide her with one, but she refused to wear it. This Karen then got really angry when she was told she couldn't board the flight and had to sit and watch as the plane took off without her. This absolutely upset the Karen, and she broke down trying to fight everybody. All she had to do was put on a provided mask and she could have made her destination on time. Instead, she was denied access to the flight and left with no choice but to abuse everyone around her. Let's have a look.
What did they tell you? What did they tell you? Just calm down. I will be on that flight. Calm down. I mean, I'm not taking my mother flight. Calm down. Calm down. How you heard what they said, right? And I'm telling them.
I'm sorry.
I'm not you. If I'm gonna beat you up back, if I don't get on that flight, you're gonna be beat down to the death right here. I promise you that. Put a mask on. What do you want? Come on.
My favorite part about that clip is how the Karen was in for such a big reality check when she tried to backpedal and take the post down, but it was too little and too late when they still fined her $20,000 and took her possessions, including her husband's cell phone. The reason why that was such a big deal is because that state she is in lockdown at the moment with some seriously high cases every day, and if she was to organize a rally against masks, it would do no good for the community. Okay, so this Karen had profiled this gentleman who was walking through a neighborhood, but as this Karen is walking her dog and she believes it is her neighborhood, she chases this man down to call him out and tell him not to come back to her neighborhood. The Karen was surprised to see that somebody behind her knew what she was doing and called her out for it, but this Karen dies on the inside when she realizes that not only did these other people see what she was doing, but she was being recorded doing it. Let's have a look at Karen's reaction to finding out she was recorded.
Let him walk.
How are you following me and telling me to get out of here? We're not going to talk. You're going to go do your thing, and I'm going to do my thing.
No.
That's the way it works. Have a nice day.
You don't do that.
Do you guys see this?
I do. I sure do see it.
Oh, you're having a problem with this?
Yeah, just let this guy walk down the street. He's not bothering you.
Come here.
I don't want to come here. Yeah, it's kind of like you're doing something you don't want to be recorded.
Okay, so this Karen was trying to board her flight, and at the moment masks are mandatory on an airplane. Basically, this Karen is an anti-masker and refused to wear one. The airline tried to supply her with one, to which she said no and refused to put one on. After a lot of kicking and screaming, she came to the realization that she wasn't going to be able to board her flight unless she put one on. This only made the Karen angrier as she starts to belittle and abuse the employees trying to help her. All she had to do was put a mask on and she could have made it to her destination, but instead this Karen literally chose to not put a mask on and sit down while she argued with employees and watch her flight take off in the background. Let's have a look at this Karen down on the inside.
Well, I would like to see in writing your policy that states that a person... No, because I called to them. Here it is in writing right here. So it's in writing that you do not discriminate in these cases. So now you are breaking federal law, federal civil law. I just want you to understand, you're a younger generation than I am. I can't believe you want to live in a country like this where people cannot board a flight without wearing a mask. That's breaking civil law. I understand. That's what the said. That's right. I just followed the order. So I just want to educate you, Lindsay. You seem like a very nice girl.
Okay, so this gentleman was at a Walmart and he was at the return department trying to return his faulty TV. He had been there for over an hour trying to return it, but all he got was some attitude from a Karen. Karen stated that there was no way he could return the TV and that he was wasting his time by trying and giving him nothing but attitude. This gentleman decided to walk over to another employee and see if she would help him instead, and instantly, without hesitation, she helps him. You can only imagine the embarrassment the other Karen felt as she was telling the guy to leave the store, only for her colleague to help him out. Let's have a look.
If you don't mind. So I bought it, and I bought it within the time they said I have until January 15th to return it for the full refund. That's what I'm trying to get right now. And she's telling me that I gotta spend $500 to get $500 back. I don't know what the hell she's telling me, but I've never heard that before. And the funny thing is I bought a used one here, open box, and I spent $1,000 on it. And I returned that one and they gave me back the cash. And there was no problem. They had to call a manager to open their safe or whatever they had to do, and they gave me back the money. And it was a chick that was working here. She was like kind of blonde.
Thanks for watching, guys, and if you have enjoyed today's episode, please remember to subscribe and to turn notifications on.